What's about to happen?
Know us? Were we in their classes earlier?
Some of them. I recognize that kid because she's the one I kept looking at. I kept looking at the door, but he thought I was looking at him, and so I made
What's
him
about to happen is we're about to turn this cafeteria out.
Oops, I didn't actually have you on the video, but the sound was in. I was eating, and so the video was actually pointed at the...
We are about to turn this cafeteria out. Signed, Samantha Thornhill. Just kidding.
Alright, I should stop.
Just one more french fry before you do.
That's fun.
I don't want to wait to tell you that I love you. And I don't want to wait to shout my name out loud. Oh, I don't want to wait to tell you that I love you. I don't want to wait for you to shout my name out loud. We've been waiting way too long for a day like this to arrive. So give your undivided attention to a girl right here by my side. 'Cause I don't want to wait to say my name out loud. I don't want to wait.
Always stuck with me. The scene from that Alien film, disturbing like finding a shoe in the woods. When the preacher gets the phone call about his wife, he drives out there to see her, to the area where she jogs after work on evenings, indecisive road cutting through trees. When he finally arrives, the night is a conundrum of police officers, some young, some old, with cheeks dripping off the sides of their faces. And as the preacher's car door coughs shut, one of the rookies is already walking towards him holding a fistful of bad news. And after informing the preacher that she won't be alive much longer, the cop exhales, "I'm sorry." Cheap information to the grieving. So the preacher follows the cop to his wife, who is pinned between a truck and a tree. She's still sweaty from her jog and smiles as he approaches, and they talk the way lovers forget how to. Like they're the only two people alive in this whirlwind of lights. The skin of his forehead wrinkles up like linen. He asks her if she feels any pain, and she says no, her elbows kissing the edge of the truck's hood like bad table manners. She must know that she's going to die soon, because she then brings up the children, starting from youngest to oldest. A mother, she must close the door on her family, rest assured that her girl drinks her milk, that the boy knows his math. The preacher asks anyone, ask God, if there's anything they can do, knowing that the instant they move that truck, her body will fall to pieces along with his faith. And the alien that shows up later in the movie, irrelevant. Because everywhere I go, I see the people I love in the faces of strangers, clinging to the story of this preacher and his wife, the way her body clung to that truck. And it was at that moment that I understood the paradox of the human struggle, that sometimes the same thing that slowly kills us is exactly the thing keeping us alive.
Nice. Woo!
My father teaches me to dream by Jan Beatty. You want to know what work is? I'll tell you what work is. Work is work. You get up, you get on the bus, you don't look from side to side, you keep your eyes straight ahead. That way nobody bothers you. See? You get off the bus, you work all day. You get back on the bus at night, same thing. You go to sleep, you get up, you do the same thing again. Nothing more, nothing less. There's no handouts in this life. All this other stuff you're looking for, it ain't there. Work is work.
Nice.
father's house, while the small shark suffocated and was killed. He was like an angel called up from the purple sea, and the air smashed into him like an antidote. And his muscles sank desperately into the ribs. Terrible, 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 terrible to watch him that way. More terrible to waste my hands just yet.
Woo!
I'm a blues baby, cradled by my father on Sunday mornings, born into the arms of a new hip. Hopscotch, Picassos, and dandelion sidewalks, talking shit early. I was that kid on the playground. From first freeze to last bloom, I ride the swell of season in its cycle. A lingo twisted thick in a tongue I later learned to love by, to live by, to believe the bond of beat tie stronger than single parenthood. My coming of age through music is melody. It's Geppetto strings, puppet pulled, sucking daylight and returning it to begin again when the encore fades like watercolor, y'all. I am June. When the sound of leather pounding on concrete is sacred, till sunlight swallowed in the mouths of cicadas hums a hymnal for the afternoons to erode like hairlines, splashing in drain pipes and muddy fights and waist high. Bedtime yarn of class cut and badass belly-born Detroit boy mischief spinning from my grandfather's lips. Life lessons like sing before you speak, dance before you walk, and cry, cry, get a falling so you know what it feels like when you do, son, because you will, son. I am October. When the walnut crumble of autumn under Thames, wind whips lung puncturing, bleeds heat of breath arthritic, tickles trees into blushing. Our bus stop jive shit was colorful then, funky then, like chilly morning wood chip cigarette passing laughter, it steamed from chapped lips. I am a group caboose aching from skin tone like sweat, squeezing to fit hand-me-down hoodies 2 sizes, too big, too early to know the smell of good weed like home cooking. One way to see the world naked before it gets bitter like baby mothers. I am learning how to double knot laces when shoes are too big to fill. How to laugh at somber jokes. An accidental tenor tone held into silence so still that breaking ash becomes gunshot, and before I know it, I am April again. When lemonade and lilacs got attitude once again. To riverbed humidity like sticky salt from skin, mosquito alligam track tin can rattles back, through Dutch double slaps on concrete as palms in congregation. Back through crawl space, closet forts, and furniture tent kisses. First little league hit, first beer, first misses. First real scar with your first set of stitches, and your first real job from Jiminy Cricket wishes, waiting for that long front rim rebound back to that first high, that worst high, to be young in spring, untouchable high. When lip corners salivate to bake on blacktop drop with the radio loud. When tardy is right on time. When the days roll slow and the sound of leather pounding on concrete is the closest thing to church that I have ever been.
Woo!